Okay, this is our tour of the flower gardens. I'm going to start with my zinnias. They're looking pretty good. The bottoms look a little bit rough. They're getting a lot of splash up when it rains. We had a lot of rain recently. I did throw some more seeds in here, so there are some tiny sprouts popping up just to help kind of fill in the area where my hibiscus was. That did not come back. This one looked like it might be double blooming, which is pretty. Another bloom there about to pop. Another bud. And some other. So I added in some more seeds to kind of fill in this area and make it as full of color and flowers as possible. I have another gladiolus bulb popping up, so hopefully that'll keep doing well. In terms of my dahlias, I had dug out the ones that didn't make it too much water, and I planted a pack that I got from a local garden store in its place. They're called Thomas Edison was the variety. So I planted those. I haven't seen any sprouts yet. They all had sprouts on them when I got them. Then we got a lot of rain, so I'm hoping I don't have the same issue where I ended up having them rotting out. But I kind of dug the holes down to about where they were today when the sun was on them to help dry up some of the surrounding soil. This one was part of a mix that I got, and it's kind of stopped growing. I did pinch it, so it might just be kind of regrouping in terms of its strength and stuff, but I'm hoping it's not rotting out and stalled because of that. I tried digging down to see. I couldn't smell anything, but I didn't want to disturb the tubers and cause any issues that way. This gladiolus, I think, is probably one of my favorite colors. Beautiful orange and yellow, and then it had another tiny spike. These are from last year, and then this one should be getting a spike soon. This is my other Thomas Edison, and it does have a sprout. Again, I kind of dug some of the soil up so that it could dry out a little bit. This area just tends to hold a lot of moisture, so I'm going to have to rethink where to plant my dahlias so that they can dry out a little more and not hold moisture and potentially rot. This one is my night silence from that mix, and it has some more buds on it. Where I cut the old, if I can get in here, that's where I cut the old spot, but it looks pretty good. I'm excited for more blooms, and then I threw some zinnia seeds over here. I do have a couple popping up so that I can just, again, kind of fill in the spots, add a little bit more color. Hi, helper. You're staying out of the garden bed, I hope, out of the flowers. Now my dahlias that are in pots are doing amazing. These are my peaches variety, and I do have some more blooms. And I have this bloom. I did fertilize these pots. I did not fertilize the ones over by the side of the house because I didn't want, you have to mix it with water, and I didn't want to add more moisture there. I wanted them to dry out a little bit before I do that. And I'll show you the fertilizer that I got. It's over here by my seeds. So I got this on Amazon. I was doing some reading, and dahlias do not like, well, they like all sorts of fertilizers, but too much nitrogen helps them focus on leaves and stems, but not on flowers. So this is a low nitrogen. You can see it's higher in potassium and phosphorus. So it comes with a tiny scoop, and I mixed it in a pitcher to mix it with water And I'm trying not to over fertilize, but I'm trying to add some type of nutrient to just add bigger, more beautiful blooms. This seed tray has not everything popped up, but what's left in here are sunflowers. So I'm adding some sunflowers, and I'll show you where, just to help add more color now that I'm figuring out what sizes things are going to be. So these are 4 more sunflowers that will go in front, and I'll show you where. I started them inside, so they're just hardening off a little bit. They're still a little moist, but some of them are already having some roots through the bottom. Sunflowers like automatically dive deep for their roots to get nutrients. And then I'll show you over here, I have a dahlia. And this one I also, I topped. So you can see where I pinched it here, and then I have new growth here. I also fertilized this one. And then I've got some other sprouts in other places. So hopefully this will keep doing well, and I can get some more dahlia blooms. This is from one that's in the front, and I don't remember which one. It was like a bonus tuber that had fallen off but had an eye and had a sprout. And then I planted 3 dwarf sunflowers, transplanted those here, just to add a pop of color. This is where I planted my echinacea root, and they did not do anything at all. So filled it in with sunflowers. And then I have my lavender, which I'm going to be cutting some of these older growths so the plant can focus on new growths in there. You just don't want to cut down too far to, like, these areas are like more woody. They're not going to grow back, so that's my plan there. And let me go show you what I'm doing in the front. This is an update on the front flower garden. These are my daylilies. This one's kind of a little sad looking right now. Had done pretty well. I'm gonna throw some DT out in case it's snails again. This one's looking really pretty. And then what I do is I deadhead these and just pull off the old blooms so it can focus on new ones. Same thing here. There you go. I have another new glad color, so pretty. And then I love the purple one too. I have a red one popping up there. I have a few more spikes. And then you see the dahlias kind of in between everything. And I fertilized these as well yesterday. This is bee balm, so it should start blooming soon. It's supposed to. It's supposed to be a really great pollinator. So we'll see. This is my double hibiscus. And this I trim way back because otherwise it can get huge. Another spike. Another hibiscus. This dahlia on the end has been looking sad, so hopefully the fertilizer will help. The lilies here, I pruned them back after they were done blooming. See the dahlias in the back. And you can tell that I have done my pinching and new sprouts are coming up there. So hopefully the fertilizer will help these. And then this is where my tulips were. I love this lily. I planted in like a tripod around the trunk. I planted this type and a white one. And this is the only one that has come up, so I'll be replanting those next year. I added the dwarf sunflowers here, but I wasn't sure how big they were going to get. Not very big, so that's why I started the new ones, so that those can go in here as well and fill up the space a little more. You can also see some little seedlings. I found a seed mix that was a combination of cut flowers and small dahlias. So I said, all right, why not? Throw it in. And this sunflower over here is about to bloom. I'm so excited, and I haven't grown this before. I believe it's Topolino is the type, so that one's looking good, that one's looking good. This one looks a little sad, but it has a flower head on it. I had some brown leaves like that one there, and I've just been kind of pruning them off. I'm not really sure if it's from backsplash from the rain just splashing up from the dirt. So I have little sprouts here too. So that's the plan. I'm going to add in 4 more of the sunflower plants to try to fill this out. And I have to get more lilies in here next year for sure. Thanks for stopping by and seeing the flowers.